All right, my friends, how are we doing? What is going on? My name is Jacob McDonald and I am a rugby player. I'm 30 years of age and I'm going to do something that I've wanted to do for a long time. I don't really know why I haven't. I've had the pleasure of watching live Tom Brady win his last 2 Super Bowls. Effectively, the catalyst for Joseph Vincent making the 6 rings video and also the 7 rings video. But what I didn't know is that Joseph Vincent a couple of years earlier made a 5 rings video. Now there's no 4 rings, but what we're going to do today is go through the list. We're going to go through in chronological order, and we're going to start with 5, go 6, and then 7. That's going to be a deep dive on Tom Brady. It's something I was probably of the opinion of a lot of people out there that just are haters, you know what I mean? Not so much haters, I'm never going to be a hater, but I guess I didn't realise the magnitude of what he's achieved. And to watch him go to the Bucks this year and do it again, just hammered home that this guy is something different, this guy is something special. He's an absolute legend. He's got 7 Super Bowl rings. What in the actual fuck? What in the actual fuck? So, with all that being said, we're starting it off with Tom Brady, 5 rings. It's got 6.7 million views. It's by Joseph Vincent, and it's going to be interesting going through the different stages of his career, in the last 5 years at least. So, with that being said, I'm going to get some light in here, and we'll get into it. Okay, my friends, here we go. Tom Brady, 5 rings. Once and for all.
Brady tonight playing in his 7th Super Bowl, the most of any player in Super Bowl history, will be gunning for record-setting 5th win.
Now, there he is. I do just want to get in my head how long. I'm pretty sure that there was a quite a significant gap between his first either 3 or 4 and then his following 3 or 4. So I'm thinking he won 3 in pretty quick succession. Then something comes to mind about 2009, and then this video must have been made in about 2015. So I'm thinking there was a significant gap between a few there, and we're going to just get that before we continue. So, holy shit. He ran a 40-yard dash in 5:28. 5:28. There's 350-pound offensive linemen that run faster than that. But that's alright. He got 33 in the Wonderlic test. Interesting. Very interesting. 24.5 inches on the vertical and 8'3" on the broad jump. Tom. Okay, so we went... Okay, alright. 2005 to 2008, beginning of Super Bowl drought and injury. Perfect regular season and first MVP in 2007. 2008, I did not play in 2008 due to 2 different foot injuries. Came back in 2009, got his second MVP in 2010, made it to another Super Bowl in 2011, and in 2014 got his 4th Super Bowl title. In 2016 got his 5th Super Bowl title. Okay, so he won in 2001, 2003, 2004. Holy shit! There was 10 years between his 3rd and 4th Super Bowl. 10 years! And he's gone and won 7. He won his 4th Super Bowl title in 2014. He won his 5th in 2016, which we're going to cover. He won his 6th in 2018, which I had the pleasure of watching. I believe it was against the Rams. And it was a very low-scoring affair. They won 13-3. And in 2020, he won his 7th. Holy shit. Alright. You know what? I just saw an interview in the last video of Tom Brady in 2005 after winning 3 Super Bowls in quick succession. He was asked, what was your favourite Super Bowl? What's your favourite ring of the 3? And he said, the next one, which is one of the most legendary calls I've ever heard. The fact that he did not win that next one for another 10 years blows my fucking mind. Let's get into this.
Whose broad stripes and bright stars.
I've said it for the last 2 weeks that he's the greatest quarterback of all time. And I said this because over the history of his career, he has done nothing but win football games.
Now it's time to play football. 3-time Super Bowl MVP, Tom Brady, who had virtually every record for a quarterback.
This is the draft report on you. Basically, it goes poor build, skinny.
So Tom Brady faces an uphill battle now.
It's great physical stature and strength.
Lacks mobility and ability to avoid the rush.
So, let me just paint this picture for you. I'm sure we'll hear about it, but in that last interview, we got told a hell of a lot. Tom Brady said that he began his high school football career as the backup. He didn't play. In his second year at high school, he only became the starting quarterback because his best friend, who was the starting quarterback before, actually quit the team because they were so shit. In his third year, he was the starting quarterback. I think they went 5-5. In his second year, they went 4-6 or something like that. He got picked up by Michigan as the 7th string quarterback at his college, which is where he's playing right now.
He's skinny, slow.
Right.
But he had a mind for football.
Wolverines back. The most underrated college quarterback in the country, Tom Brady.
He already established his legacy as the greatest quarterback ever. This adds to it because this is probably the most incredible part of his legend.
All right, Aikman, here we go. Starting from the 25.
Edelman. Still going strong.
Brady, set. Third down and 19.
Oh no. Is this the game? Oh shit. It's the comeback, isn't it? It's that comeback game. It's one of the most epic Super Bowl comebacks you'll ever see. And it was against the Atlanta Falcons. And we're about to see highlights of it, which I've never seen before. Let's fucking go. A bit of a chest and back.
We talked about 576 quarterbacks. He was number 576.
Does he wow you throwing the ball? There were some other guys that could shoot it.
That's fucking insane.
Tom Brady, the greatest, most coachable, great players of my life.
That wasn't the best throw, was it? It wasn't fast. It wasn't, you know, a dime. It was just a throw from a guy who ran a 5.28 40-yard dash.
Once you're great, having somebody to tell you you're not always great is not the easiest thing to do, and Duncan and Brady said
I thought I
What a
saw
cuddle,
the
right?
symbolic end of Tom Brady.
What is this going to end up being, like 35-10?
So everyone was watching this game thinking, he's made it back to another Super Bowl, but he's getting absolutely dominated. They're down 28 points to 3. This is his career over. This is the end of his career. He's 35 years of age. He should retire. Well, thank God he didn't.
Are they going to bring that bench in?
Ends up. Caught for the touchdown, Austin Hooper.
I know he seems perfect, but he's a human being. Here's a newsflash. At a certain point, everybody is going to fall off. He said he will play until he sucks. He knows that's inevitable, that at some point he will not be able to play at the same level.
Falcons over the right side of the Patriots offensive line. Pass is back. Intercepted.
When he out to the best of his
Brady! Get the tackle, mate! Valiant effort, I'm going to say.
comes up empty as the DB runs by
Damn.
and lays there, I thought that was the end.
And the Falcons add to their lead.
Valiant effort, I like that.
With a pick six.
Tom Brady is overrated.
Two images that I'm going to remember.
Overrated?
Long time. After the pick six in the first half, it was 21-0. They cut to Brady on the bench, head down.
Yes. 2:21 left in the first half.
This guy's pretty cool, though. I mean, I've been impressed watching Tom Brady on film and, in television games and so on. But
First break for the Super Bowl.
Tom Brady,
He's
overrated.
a first-year starter, and John Madden's up in the TV booth saying,
Shut it down. Play for overtime.
I think with the Patriots, with this field position, you have to just run the clock out. You have to play for overtime.
What did he do?
I remember the first time he met me, he called me Kyle Brady. And I said, hey, Mr. Kraft, I said, I'm Tom Brady.
I said, I know who you are. You're our 6th-round draft choice.
About 40 more yards before they're going to be in field goal range.
The owner didn't even know his name.
He looked me like a laser eye to eye.
Whoa, I've got shivers, bro. Tom Brady looked the owner like a laser eye to eye and said,
That's right, and I'm the best decision this organization has ever made.
oh. Oh, mate, that's sick.
On the biggest stage in American sports at the highest level late in games.
Because Tom Brady, the best of all
They won it
is that a dumb question?
in regular time.
And the Patriots have won the Super Bowl 36. I'll tell you what Tom Brady just did gives me goosebumps.
Falcons with a spring to their step. The Patriots, meanwhile, walking back to the locker room.
Shit, man. So that was the first one. And it was a tied ball game camped deep in their own red zone. It was a tied ball game. A minute 27 to go. He drove them down the field, got them in a position to win it, and they did. Okay.
Out of that halftime, all but dead and done.
It was over.
When it got crossed up, Dale Sears with 3 catches, 76 yards in the game.
Who scores this?
Here is Coleman, end zone touchdown.
And then, for sure, it was game over when the Falcons scored to make it 28-3 with 8:31 left in the third quarter.
It made people think like, oh my God, Tom Brady has fallen off a cliff and it's over.
Well, the Patriot fans, except for the most part, I imagine it's done silent.
As owner of the New England Patriots with his son Jonathan Kraft to his left, our right, he has never experienced anything like this in a Super Bowl.
Tom Brady was down 28-3. We all got eyes. That score was 28-3.
It's Tom Brady, though. I know. I'm never comfortable. We about to put up 40-something on their ass. What I'm saying, they never seen anything like this.
Now, a lot of people thought in the first half, well, it's over. No, it's not, because they have Captain America, and this is what he does.
Ugh, shivers, man. Listen to the music.
I've seen anything like this. What I saw last night.
Now, who makes the plays? Who are the receivers or running backs that make the plays? I want to see that.
May be the greatest performance I've ever seen.
And again, the Patriots are down by the 28-3 score.
This is caught. Tackle is
Just got to keep moving the chains.
You have to face the facts. This man has not only eclipsed Joe Montana, he's eclipsed the greatest Michael Jordan as a clutch player.
I'm not surprised at all. We're going for him for a pick.
28-3 down. 6 minutes to go. Third quarter.
Has a man, first down, big conversion at the middle.
We said, oh, this game is over. First quarter. So when did you think that the Falcons had this game won?
Brady flushed out. Will run.
And then here comes Brady.
Go, son!
The strongest arm, but he's got the greatest will and
Yeah!
drive, focus, endurance, discipline, efficiency. Things that don't sell on the Kardashian show.
12 plays for 70 yards. 6 minutes off the clock.
Every other competitor.
Touchdown.
I wasn't even saying that we were coming back. I was, maybe they'll make it a little respectable. I don't know.
Touchdown. 30 seconds to play.
To me, what separates really good players from great players, execute well under pressure.
How do you deal with the pressure? That goes for every player. Tom Brady, as it stands right now, the best there is, the best there was, the best that ever will be.
Fits his man Daniel Graham to the 40. Boy, you have to wonder, is it in the cards again for Adam Vinatieri, who has not had a sterling night here tonight?
Tom Brady wasn't something that happens every year. You're not going to find that 6th-round quarterback who becomes a Hall of Famer. It just isn't going to happen.
As he's laying inside the 25-yard line, Deion Branch made the catch. Timeout is called with 8 seconds on the clock. And what I love about it, in this
So that was their second one. Then they went on to get a third. Now, he did the exact same thing that he did in the previous Super Bowl win. He got them in position for a field goal. They slotted it and won. Is he going to do the same thing in this game? Does he bring it back to 28 all and then slot a field goal to win 31-28? I don't know.
That's as close to a dynasty as you're ever going to find. Well, they've played 15 games in a row. Patriots defense.
Defense champ.
Hearing it.
Well, this Patriots crowd just took over the stadium.
Pick. Fumble. Pick six. Fumble. Pick six.
They got the fumble sack.
Not quite.
And they showed Brady's reaction. That was the first time I actually thought the Pats had a chance.
It's very hard to imagine anyone thinking at 28-3 with 23 minutes left
He knows.
in this game that the Patriots could come out.
Oh, bro, I've got shivers again.
Really start attacking.
This is football territory.
Is simply through the force of Tom Brady's will.
Folks, it's not even debate anymore. There is no more debate. People don't do their homework if they do debate. He is the greatest quarterback that has ever played.
That's the GOAT, like the GOAT all time. Not just any position, every position.
Edelman? No. Yes.
48-3 on. I just can't imagine another quarterback who could have done that.
2-point play. Holy shit, so they needed that 2-point play, then they're going to need another touchdown and another 2-point play to even bring them to equal. That is balls of steel. That's clutch. That's Tom Brady.
Textbook, Kevin Falk play right there. Now we got a ball game, folks.
James White. Superbowl 51. Brady is a guy who has started.
Oh, mate. This editing is unbelievable. I forgot how good he was.
The fact that Tom Brady can go to the park and just pick anybody, that's what makes him the greatest, man. That's why you don't need to pay a receiver $20-some million or whatever.
The New England Patriots will be the first dynasty of the 21st century.
Strictly magnificent.
No timeout. 10 seconds left. And you have the ball at a 17-yard line. That's 2 shots into the end zone.
It goes without saying that Brady will be in the discussion.
What? Another fucking comeback. So each of the first 3 Super Bowls were comeback wins. Well, not so much comeback. The other 2 were just playing the clock to absolute perfection. What are we going to see here? We've got 10 seconds to go. 17 yards out. 2nd and 10.
Not already. It's one of the best. I think he's the greatest, if not the best. Do you? I do. I think he's the greatest that ever played the game.
I'm lost and I'm found.
What a catch.
That's a quarterback! Hold off the building! Unicorns! Show ponies! Where's the beef?
The biggest lead was 25 points at 28-3 with under 2.5 left in the third quarter.
Was Julio Jones. Jesus Christ. And what a throw. Matt Ryan was also running when he made that throw. I was like, oh my God, every Super Bowl now.
Considering the circumstances of all the momentum with New England, the biggest catch of this second.
Holy shit.
The Patriots were clearly a better football team than the New York Football Giants that day. The Patriots got robbed by the luckiest play in NFL history.
I think you kind of summed it up. It's probably the luckiest play in NFL.
Really?
Eli Manning. 1-2 off of Tom Brady, didn't he?
Tyree managed to pin it.
The helmet catch.
That stink is the perfect season. 18-0.
Feels like just you got hit by a runaway train with Atlanta.
All the Falcons had to do was run some clock and kick the field goal.
And right now, everybody has got to be telling, including Cal Shanahan, do not take a sack.
Opportunity missed after that incredible catch by Julio Jones.
Oh, it was such a good drive for Atlanta. Now they're giving the ball back, and they're going to put Tom Brady in position.
He's smiling. All he needs is the ball back in his hands, and he knows. He knows. Just keep chipping away, keep moving those chains, and but they still have to get the 2-point conversion, and then something else has to happen. So let's keep going.
Gentlemen, and welcome to Super Bowl 49. Getting critical mass now, 11:15 left in this football game.
The signature play of the last Super Bowl came on that 3rd and 14.
Oh, way to step up and fire. Oh.
Money catch right there.
Tom Brady and the Patriots looking for a fourth quarter drive to take the lead here in Super Bowl 49.
I love watching guys like that because the way they play the game is larger than life.
So they were down again in the 4th quarter, this time against Seattle.
Down 3. Near the 2:15 mark of the 4th.
Gotta love Edelman though.
With a 2nd and goal to go. The ball inside the left hash mark at the 3.
It's Tom Brady, the best quarterback that we've ever seen play the game.
Hands down. I said it right before I got to New England. Hands down, the greatest ever. The short area quickness, the change of direction.
Touchdown! Patriots! They're back in the lead! It's Super Bowl
What a route.
49.
That reminded me of Antonio Brown's route to score his Super Bowl touchdown.
What are you doing, life? You go right to people that you can depend on. When everybody counts you out, no one thinks you even have a chance.
So 10 years after winning his 3rd, he finally came back, got back to the Super Bowl for the 6th time, is it now? And won his 4th.
Still did it.
They go 91 yards here. They'll have a chance to tie it.
I was waiting for what I believe was a
3rd and
Joe
10.
Montana moment from Tom Brady to eclipse him over Joe Montana. This
3rd and 10, camped in their own red zone.
He throws toward the right. Hogan makes the grab at the 25.
What a catch.
First down, New England.
Money throw by number 12.
And again.
And he's out of bounds with another first down.
New England not only mounted a comeback, but played a virtually flawless last 45 minutes. Spearheaded once again by the GOAT, the greatest quarterback I've ever seen.
I think I may have seen this. I may have seen these highlights before, but look at this clutch catch. If any of these catches didn't come off in this last drive, it wasn't going to happen. Oh, that's fucking unbelievable, bro. But when you think back to the one that they lost due to the helmet catch, he deserves one.
Number 11, Julian Edelman, the Iron Man. Listen, there have been 7 comebacks of 25 points or more in NFL history. 15,000 games, only 7.
That's 3 different receivers that have caught the ball in that drive.
We'll be talking about this game for 30, 40. I concede, I have nothing to say. It's the greatest performance I've ever seen. He's right in there with Babe Ruth, Muhammad Ali.
Bro, they're leaving these guys open. For God's sake.
Those are the 4 guys on my Mount Rushmore.
Tom Brady now somehow is over 400 yards passing in his inning.
Tom Brady threw for 246
Get in, son.
in the 4th quarter alone.
Get in.
James White.
That's the play.
I think it was a tired defense. It must have been. Must have been.
That's unbelievable.
Number 12's hero got into a huddle.
Okay.
Kick down in Miami. It's
57 seconds to go. 2 point. Let's go.
Let's go to Brady champ.
Ooh, trips left, 2 out to the right. Who's getting it? Someone out to the left. Edelman.
His 2-point attempt in the history of
No. Oh God, it's a game of inches, isn't it?
Best ever. Best ever in my book. It's the best I've seen. Put on a show here in the last 30 minutes.
A lot of you guys watching this would have seen that game live. I'm jealous.
When the Patriots won the coin toss, the game was over. It was. I said there's no way they're settling for a field goal here. They're going to go right down. They're going to score.
The Patriots, by way of the word of Matthew Slater, heads win the coin toss.
Oh my God. So they won the coin toss for the overtime. And anyone watching the game just had a feeling that they were going to keep rolling and they were going to score again. Is that what happened?
Carry that chip on his shoulder. He's carried it around his entire career. It's driven him. It's what's made him great.
The opening kickoff to the first ever overtime in Super Bowl history. A rally that was next to impossible, more than improbable.
Brady will start at the 25, and again, a touchdown, the game is over.
And with this drive, the Pats need to score a touchdown.
And it's White out the backfield.
You need to make your tackles, guys.
Little drive started right there. Quick little flip out to the side. Now, this game was over at 14-0. It was over at 21-0.
Second and 4.
Biggest witch hunt I've ever seen in my life. That stupid Deflategate thing.
Deflategate.
And just all the justice that came out of it. The fact that it went to court, it got laughed out of court to the point the judge was actually pissed.
I thought it was the most ridiculous thing I ever heard in my entire life.
He says, I'm still great. You think my greatness has to do with a football?
I'm sick. Absolutely disgustingly sick.
You want to hire a scientist to weigh footballs afterwards and figure out why you lost by 50 points? Man, more power to you.
I don't know that story.
We all know he's really good. This was mythical. I believe that Tom Brady will come back with a vengeance.
Ali got his brains beat in for 7 or 8 rounds, then he knocked Foreman out. And it's one of the greatest, most memorable fights of all time. We just saw Tom Brady's rumble in Houston.
To me, he was so great late last night in that game that he rendered the Deflategate saga.
Yeah, cheers, Skip.
But that was meant to
Cheers, Skip.
Halo stuff. That's Zaire. That's 104 hitting jumpers. It's the first time I walked out and I'm like, he's floating to that locker room.
And he was as great as you could possibly be. In the history of pro football, who's had a football?
No. You know what my favorite ring is? The next one.
Oh, we just heard it. Do you know what my favorite ring is? The next one.
My favorite.
Take that helmet off, mate.
By the greatest quarterback in Super Bowl and NFL annals. 34-28, the final in overtime.
Fuck, I almost feel like crying.
Left in that NRG Stadium in Houston, booed Roger Goodell like no commissioner, like no head of sport has ever been booed.
And Roger Goodell, like the end of a Die Hard movie, the police commissioner who didn't believe in the road cop.
First of all, Deflategate is now over. The Patriots have won and Roger Goodell has lost.
And in the end...
Was it Roger Goodell that was making a big deal about the deflated ball? Is he the one that sent Tom Brady to court? We got to get into that.
He did get to watch Roger Goodell present that trophy to Bob Kraft, who just delighted in it.
Or was that an event that happened throughout that season? In a game throughout that season? Because they did say that they won by 50 points. So was there a blowout game throughout that season that a court case was based around? And then they actually went on to win, not only win the court case, but also win the Super Bowl. If that's the case, no pun intended, fucking hell.
But a lot has transpired during the last 2 years.
Maybe it was the year before. Probably was. Probably the year before, that was when the whole thing happened. The year after, they go back and win the Super Bowl. In fact, you know what? I'm going to have to read that right now. Okay, what do we got here? Deflate Gate. Okay. On March 3rd, the NFL appealed Judge Richard Berman's 2015 decision to vacate Brady's 4-game suspension as punishment for his alleged role in the Deflate Gate scandal. Okay. May 6, 2015, the NFL published a 243-page report regarding the deflation of footballs used in the previous season AFC Championship game. The report concluded that, more likely than not, Brady was at least generally aware of the intentional deflation. The NFL published a 243-page report. On May 11th, Brady was suspended for 4 games by the NFL for his involvement on substantial and credible evidence that Brady knew Patriots employees were deflating footballs and that he was uncooperative with the investigators. On May 11th, the NFL Executive Vice President of Football Operations penned a letter to Brady that stated in part, "Your actions as set forth in the report clearly constitute conduct detrimental to the integrity of and public confidence in the game of professional football." So, through the NFL Players Association, he appealed the suspension on May 14th. On July 28th, Roger Goodell upheld Brady's 4-game suspension. So he backed the NFL over Brady. He cited Brady's destruction of his cell phone as a critical factor in the decision to uphold Brady's suspension. The NFL also filed papers in federal court seeking to confirm Roger Goodell's decision. Brady gave permission to the NFLPA to appeal the suspension in federal court and released a statement on his Facebook page that expressed disappointment in and criticism of Goodell's decision to uphold the suspension. On September 3rd, Judge Richard Berman vacated Brady's suspension. This ruling allowed Brady to play in the first 4 games of the 2015 NFL season. In his decision, he cited the NFL's failure to provide proper notice to Brady of the charges against him and the potential for a suspension. Post-appeal commentary also criticised Goodell for manipulating Brady's testimony. Holy shit, what a fucking mess. What an absolute mess. And then a year later, on March 3rd, 2016, the NFL appealed his decision to vacate his 4-game suspension. So they were still going after him, even after a judge in federal court made a decision. At the hearing, the 3-judge panel of the United States Court of Appeals questioned Players Association lawyer and NFL lawyer, with circuit judge stating the evidence of ball tampering is compelling, if not overwhelming. On April 25th, the decision to vacate his 4-game suspension was overturned. They could not second-guess the arbitration, but merely determined it met the minimum legal standards established, blah, blah, blah. Circuit Chief Judge Robert Katzman dissented, writing that the NFL's fines for using stickum was highly analogous, and that... Okay, so an analogy... and that here the commissioner was doing out his own brand of industrial justice. On May 23rd, Brady appealed his case to be reheard. On July 15th, Brady announced that he would give up his Deflategate fight and accept his suspension. And after serving his 4-game suspension, he went on to win the Super Bowl. Whether he was guilty or not, the only thing that comes to mind when reading that is the cell phone destruction. But apart from that, the fact that the NFL and the commissioner took him back to court just to fucking make a point, just to win, just to say, we're right and you're wrong. Like I said before, what an absolute mess. What an absolute mess, the whole thing. $243 pages. What? So it was Goodell against Brady, and Brady came out on top.
That's ever played in the NFL. You're never going to see this. Enjoy it. I did enjoy that. That was absolutely incredible.
So what we're going to do next is type in Tom Brady 6 rings and have a look at that. So, I want to say, once and for all, Tom Brady's the GOAT. Whether he deflated footballs or not, he served a suspension, and it's a suspension that he fought in federal court and got thrown out. So at the end of the day, what are you going to say? What are you going to say? That was his 5th Super Bowl. We're about to watch his 6th and then his 7th. Now these 2 games are ones that I've seen, but I haven't seen these videos. So guys, thank you so much for watching. It's been a long one. The next one's going to be long, and the last one's going to be even longer. So I'm having fun. It's 9:30 in the morning on February the 24th, and I wish you guys a fantastic day. So thank you for watching, and peace out.